Morning all. So yeah, today's Wednesday, 28th, and yesterday was my appointment back at the hospital with the cancer specialist nurse. And yeah, it went pretty well, to a certain extent. Turned up. Nobody told me that I shouldn't have had breakfast. And again, nobody told me that I was having a blood test, so couldn't have the blood test. So I'm going back there shortly today. So that's a bit annoying. They did sit down with me and explain a few things after I protested a little bit after not knowing anything much over the weekend and not being given much information. So yeah, it looks like I can have the surgery, which is good. It's 2.5 centimeters, just under 2.5 centimeters big, which apparently is good. Which means again they can operate and whip this thing out, hopefully. So things are progressing. So the blood tests, then I needed another scan. I think that's to check it hasn't spread or anything. And then I'll get a surgery date, and they seem to think it's going to be pretty soon, which is good. Don't want this to linger on any more than it needs to. So yeah, yesterday, as part of my telling people, I put a mass post out on Facebook, and this was part of a way that I could keep control of who knows, and a way of dealing with this in my own way, and not having to worry about other people's feelings, emotions, etc. So I put a mass post out on Facebook, and I was quite honest with people, and telling people that I'm obviously fighting this, quite positive. And yeah, it got a lot of responses, etc. It went onto my council page as well, and obviously going from the council page, it went on to, because my Twitter account's linked, it went onto my Twitter account, so the whole world knows now, which is not a bad thing. Again, it helps me keep control of what's happening, and yeah. So the Retford Times picked up on it, and the Retford Times they're a fantastic little newspaper. I say little newspaper. They're a paper that covers obviously where I live, and they've covered really from the beginning, from when I first started out in politics back in 2009 maybe. 2010, sorry, when I first stood for election. And they were brilliant. Their reporter called me, James. Obviously said he was sorry to hear about what was going on. I actually thought they were calling about another issue, which was a survey, a vote, sorry, to find out where my last bit of money was going to be spent. So I was a bit surprised. I didn't actually know it'd gone onto Twitter. So anyway, he called and he offered to do a piece. They wanted to do a piece in the Times. And I agreed. I'm unarmed a little bit. I didn't want people to think that that I was using this for political gain or to get sympathy from residents. And obviously, I'm not standing for election again. And I decided that back in December. So I'm certainly not using this for political gain, and I'm certainly not using it for sympathy, because I really don't need it or want it. I'm positive, like I say, and they can perform the surgery, which is brilliant, which means that's an end to it. So yeah, they've done a piece in the Retford Times, and again, lots of nice comments. Very weird situation to read something like that yourself when it's about you. I mean, I've read stories about me well, since I entered politics. Some good, some bad, and the comments are the same: some good, some bad. But it's seeing that word cancer. That's what's weird, because it feels like it's not real. It feels like I don't know. It feels like a big lie, some big joke, and I'm still reading it and I'm still not believing it. But I do believe I've got cancer, obviously, and it's just seeing it in big black writing on the internet, and feeling a bit sorry for people reading it and commenting, and um, yeah, it must be harder for my friends and family reading stuff like that and having something permanent that's yeah. But on the bright side, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't know now. So I don't have to hide it or have to worry about how they're going to feel when I tell them in person or on the phone, or somebody else telling them in passing and somebody getting annoyed that I didn't feel like I could tell them, which obviously isn't the case. So yeah, we'll see what happens from here on in. I'm going for my blood tests shortly. And get those done. I think these are ones that get frozen or something. I'm not too sure. And we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully, it's not going to be too long for the scan. And they said the surgery is going to be relatively quick. Going to happen at the Bristol Royal Infirmary, and I've chosen to stay near Glenn because he's medically minded. He works there, which means he can pop in and see me. And I feel a lot better about being there with Glenn. I could have come home to family, but I think it's a relatively simple surgery. I hope it will be successful, and I shortly won't have cancer, and that would be a brilliant Christmas present, wouldn't it? To not have this thing in me, and then I can get on with booking holidays and stuff for next year, which I'm wanting to do now actually, but I'm trying to hold off. Despite my being positive, I'm holding off a little bit just in case. And this means I can just get on with work, which is what I really want to do. And they've been fantastic, obviously, but there's so much to do, so many places to go and visit, and I've had to let one group down yesterday, so I don't really want to let anybody else down. And yeah, the other thing I was going to say as well is really finding it hard to eat and drink, and I don't know whether that's to do with the cancer or whether it's me feeling a bit. Whether it's me that's got a knot in the stomach or something, just from worry or whatever. But I have been getting pain, obviously, in my pancreas. I had a meal on Sunday and I got quite a lot of pain. So the doctor's going to hopefully give me some pain management either today or tomorrow. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd pain. I don't want to put it down to the cancer, but it could be. And this is what a consultant said at the hospital that it could be. But yeah, hopefully the food will start going down better, and I can drink more. So I do like my food. I do like my cake. So yeah, yeah, everything's going in the right direction. Lots of positivity, and hopefully within 6 weeks, all will be okay. So I probably won't post until something else happens. Blood tests aren't really that major, and they're going to be happening in an hour. So yeah, I'll try and post in a few days. Thank you very much for watching again. Take care.